how are you and I going to completely change the mind of somebody whose entire incentive structure at his company is to drive advice to benefit his income? We're not.
Fair.
Okay, at all. And what we can do is continue with the movement and chip away, where, I mean, that business roundtable making that statement is a coup for us, because it's, like I said, we would have been laughed out of the room. You and I having this conversation on a public forum would have been the butt of a joke in the 80s and 90s. But now people listen to us and go, that's interesting. And even though there are still many senior executives who think you and I are stupid idealists, right? And think that the reality of the world is not how it works that way. This is the profound strength of the understanding of the infinite game, which is, it turns out that we've all been coming to work with it, not here, but general, people have been coming to work with that sense of discomfort. Something's not right here. Like, I don't enjoy work like I should. Like, it's fine. That's how most people describe their jobs. How's work? It's fine. It's fine, right? And when we try and say something, we're told, you don't understand how business works, and they're rich and they're powerful, so we just keep our heads down and I guess they know. For me, what I've learned from this infinite mindset, they don't know how business works. Business is an infinite game. They're playing for the wrong game. They don't know how business works. And that uncomfortable feeling we have, even though we haven't been able to put words on it, turns out we're onto something. And all we have to do is keep preaching and preaching and being the leaders we wish we had, and we will chip away at the system, because we will grow up and to become the new CEOs when they retire and die. And we will take over, and we will take over Wall Street when they retire and die. Like, it's a generational thing. I'm not trying to convince somebody. I'm trying to get a new generation of people now who will eventually be promoted, who will eventually get jobs, who will eventually apply, will eventually start the companies and build the companies themselves, that in 20 to 30 years from now, capitalism will go back to the type of capitalism that made America what it is today. And Thomas Jefferson owned all the volumes, both volumes of Wealth of Nations that Adam Smith wrote. America is built on a capitalist ideal that is not the capitalism we have today. But we can return it. It took 20 or 30 years to get to where we are now. It'll take us 20 or 30 years to get back to where we need to be.
I believe loving your work is a right and not a privilege. I despise the fact, I lament the fact, I curse the fact that so few people get to say, I love my job, as if they've won some lottery. You go out with your friends and somebody says, I love my job, and everybody goes, oh my God, you're so lucky, right? That to me is madness. Everybody, the vast majority, should get to wake up and say, I love my job. It is a right. It is a God-given right that we should love where we work. And we should demand it. We should demand that our leaders provide an environment in which we want to come, where we want to care about each other, where we feel safe to express our vulnerabilities and our fears and our concerns, that we're open to correction and discipline and feedback, that we're not defensive because we know that it's being given to help us improve and grow, and we want to improve and grow. And in turn, we will help others improve and grow. Because when we feel safe, when we feel that our leaders care more about us than a number, they care more about our lives and our confidence and our joy and our skill set, more than some short-term gain, that they care more about our priorities than the priorities of some disinterested external constituency, then we will respond in kind, and we will offer our blood and our sweat and our tears, and we will make sacrifices of all kinds to see that our leader's vision is advanced and that this company continues to thrive, not for them, for ourselves. It becomes deeply personal. It becomes something we love contributing to. I talk about it all the time. Working hard for something we don't care about is called stress. Working hard for something we love is called passion. And I'm tired of listening to CEOs saying, we only hire passionate people. You don't even know what that means. How do you know that they're passionate for interviewing and not passionate for working? Every person on the planet has passion, right? We just don't all have passion for the same things. Give me something to believe in. Give me something to believe in. Give me the opportunity to contribute to something. Allow me to make mistakes and try again. And you'll have passion up the wazoo.